Dun, 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 dun. We both have a tendency to overreact about something very small.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's something, like if I'm stressed out about something and I don't talk about it, or something's going on, or I'm upset about whatever, and I don't talk about it and I push it down, I will get agitated or mad at something
Mm-hmm.
with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never what the thing is that I
Well, it's
was
never what
mad
the thing
at.
is. So it's funny. So we can talk about this.
And we both do it.
Yeah, we both do. And I think what's the worst version of ourselves is when we let our tempers get the best of us.
We
because
both have very bad tempers.
Have very volatile tempers, which is interesting because you wouldn't necessarily think it if you didn't like know us intimately.
And then for two different reasons why we're like that.
Yes.
We had two different
Completely.
upbringings.
Completely.
This is Dave,
This is Reese.
and this is Manic Joy, a podcast about
Life
love
and
uncertainty.
No one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
There it is. You locked and loaded. Yo, babe.
Oh, you're recording? You're
I mean-
recording. It says recording.
You did it.
I did it.
You learned it.
Cheers. I did it.
Cheers.
Let's celebrate me
Okay.
being functional
Yeah,
for
functional.
5 seconds.
Once again, nobody does
No.
it better.
Listen, our friends just texted us and said, hey, why don't you come to Capitol Grill and have some drinks?
Nah.
I got my
good.
PJs on. I got a free drink right here.
Mm-hmm.
I love you guys, but
Well, free. We should just tell them to come here and give us $20 each.
yes,
drink.
yes. Actually, I mean, we need to make some extra money
I need
be
a-
able to afford all the
Oh,
concerts
fucking
we're going to be going to.
Summer concert series
it's
has started.
seriously like it is.
All right.
My head is. I can't handle it.
Let's talk about this. And I'm pissed because I can't really tell you why I'm pissed, but
Look, if it's a surprise, just tell me.
just no. You're going to find out Sunday.
I can't wait another day with another surprise. I had to spend all day yesterday with Miranda, who wouldn't tell me where she was taking me.
Yeah.
And it was 2 surprises. And I was like, oh my God, dude, just tell. Like, I can't. And then the girls surprising me with the Bridgerton birthday.
Listen,
like,
what a fucking wonderful world you live in
it's
with
the
all
best.
of these surprises.
But you guys need to fucking tell me.
No.
Because it's too much.
Then it's not a surprise.
I-
Have you enjoyed it all?
Yes, but I don't like a surprise when I know there's a surprise.
Oh, then maybe
So
there isn't a
you-
surprise.
Too late.
Well, no, you already knew about it anyway because I told you. Remember when I said you get to choose for your
Oh, that's right. There were 2. So you gave me a physical one and the other one. Not a physical. Although it might come to that because we
I know.
can't find a
Apparently,
doctor.
okay, let's take a moment. This fucking sucks. Okay, so
We're
here's
gonna have to ask ChatGPT how we
Find
can
a doctor?
how you and I
how
can
we take
just
care of each other?
Yep, I'll give you a prostate
I'm gonna need
exam.
I need we need a crash course in primary care.
Listen, it's gonna get to that because this is outrageous.
Listen, if you're local to us and you have a doctor that you know is accepting new
in
patients,
2026,
I think we'd prefer a female doctor,
yes.
right? I think we're
Yes.
both comfortable with that. Come on, man. So we've tried a couple of places. We've asked some friends and, we've done a couple of things. So for those of you who don't know, our doctor that we've had since we've been here.
Yep.
So what, 10, 11 years?
More than that, even
Well, 10 or 11 years because we've been here for that long, haven't we?
2012.
Oh, 14, I'm thinking. Yeah, 14. Wow. 14 years. I totally, in my head, I'm having menopause. I totally thought I said,
Where'd you learn that? Where'd you learn that? You're not allowed to steal menopause from us. It's not one of you. It is all of you, and you're not allowed to steal that.
wow.
So
Okay, that's
put in the
fair.
kibosh.
That's fair. No, I don't want to
Okay.
steal nothing from you. I don't want to steal nothing from you.
all right.
I apologize.
All right, tough guys.
I apologize to the female race.
Thank you. It's not enough, but fine.
Female race. Anyway, why are you guys always running? So I'm gonna.
God, there's not enough
Why does that
alcohol
noise keep coming out?
because every time you make a shitty joke, you're deflating.
Wow. I need to go to bed.
Me too. Tell everybody our sorrowful
Okay.
tale
So
of the doctor.
our doctor decides, I'm not even going to get into the whole thing, but let's just put it like this.
Cliff notes.
Poorly run. They decided now we can't manage doing insurance anymore, so we're going self-pay, and didn't give us any like options, as into like, hey, if you're not going to stay with us, here are some people that we know, that we trust, that are taking new patients.
It was like a double fuck you, because it was like, fuck you, we're switching over to this.
Yeah.
And fuck you, you don't want to stay with us?
Good luck to you.
Bye-bye.
And
Toodaloo.
so I don't remember it ever being like this,
No.
but every place I call, they're like, we're not accepting new patients, or they're not accepting them at this thing, but we have them here in East Bumfuck, and you can get an appointment in 2027.
What are you paying health insurance for if we can't get a freaking doctor?
Don't get me started on health insurance, or insurance in general. Ugh.
Mm.
Anyway, but what the fuck? And so now, okay, in other parts of my life, I would be like, okay, cool. Like it wouldn't be as important, but I feel like right now is the time where we need a doctor.
Bro, we're like 1,000 years old now. Now is the time. If
We're-
we ever needed a doctor, my whole life,
This is it.
really, I could have survived all the things that were going on. Every hospital visit, I think I would have been fine. Why now?
When we need it the most.
When we need it the most.
When we need it the
I
most.
just am very perplexed. If anybody
So-
has an answer of like what is going on with the issues with being able to get a doctor, I'm
And here's the
I'm
thing.
really
I
confused.
think we just need to try to find some like family practices or something like that, or like a small practice. But I don't want to run into the same situation,
yeah.
because it's like the ones that are owned by like the bigger hospital groups, like those groups of doctors. So it's a fucking catch-22.
Is it just in this state, or do you think this is
I don't know. Let me call some other states. I don't know, man.
yeah, call some other states.
I mean, like I'll try
I'm
to get
saying
an
like some
but you know
people
what I'm saying?
listen
Like,
from different places, like
No,
maybe
I
they
know.
would know.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like it's crazy. And like the two places that I did call, I think they're definitely part of other larger medical groups. And it's funny because both of them, because you can tell the way they like structure like the answering, right? Like
Yeah.
the recorded message at the beginning,
Yep.
run by the same company. Like
It's a service. It's
They're,
not
they're
really
using
like
the
a-
same service. And it's like, so you don't actually talk to the doctor's office to make the appointment. You talk to a scheduler who has doctor's offices.
I'm
that
even
they,
surprised that you were talking to actual people, because I feel like we just finished watching an episode of Only Murders in the Building of this
Mhm.
season, and the thing is that this robot comes in
Oh, they got a
to take the
robot-
place
They have a robot doorman.
doorman,
Yeah.
and so they're like
doorman.
Doorman. So some people like it, some people hate it, and mostly because it's going to replace a job, and like there were things going back and forth, and I'm just like, yeah, here we go, man. Here we go. It is soon going to be the Jetsons, but in a horrible, horrible, horrible way, where we're now headed into the world of AI and, replacement of phone jobs. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need it.
Phone
Phone
jobs.
jobs. You want to get a phone job?
Yo,
Um,
you should go to this place.
it
and get a
might
phone
end
job.
with phone jobs if you can't get an actual
Is
job.
that
but
like?
no, it's not.
I'll be
It's not
quiet.
like
I know.
that. It's
I
not
know, I
like
won't-
whatever
I
you were
won't
going to
even-
say.
Nope.
Nope.
Like this podcast for your ear holes.
Wow.
Yeah, you like that.
Ew, this episode is gross. This episode is icky. I'm getting the ick. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just real quick,
Mhm.
I had professional day today at the college, and they chose a workshop that I submitted, and it was risque to do it because most of the other workshops that were there, a good majority of them were about AI. And I went to one too where I can go and learn how to use AI ethically, of course, and enhance my courses moving forward. And I would get paid a nice amount of money, but I would have to take classes and all this stuff. And it was really interesting, actually. They had people on the panel that actually learned it and then put it into practice with their courses. And they were able to get online class students to do their work in a way where they couldn't use ChatGPT. Like all these little tactics. And I was like,
Yeah.
I kind of
there you
love
go.
that because I do teach online classes and I don't know how to get around it there, but I've been putting into practice. So my workshop was about analog thinking
Mhm.
and kind of,
Which I love.
I am starting to really understand my parents' nostalgia with stuff, like on a different level.
Yeah.
Like if my father could have had a classic car, classic Buick, you know what I mean? Like old school car, he would. Like that would be his dream. He would have loved that, right? But he always had a brand new caddy
And a brand new bag.
and a brand new bag. And he had to get the old school car would be too expensive. You know what I mean? Like, and not practical. But to him, he loved that. Like they always anytime that they can go back in time, go into a doo-wop show or doing a thing, they would do that. It made them feel good. So like what?
Nothing. It's so hard for me. I'm gonna go back in time.
I'm watching you spontaneously combust.
Yeah, and I'm trying not to because I want to let you finish. I'm trying not to interrupt you.
I know because I yelled at you
and
because you interrupt me with your ticks.
And then instead you go, what? You interrupted yourself.
Well, because it was so
I know.
distracting.
I couldn't help
You were like,
I was like,
you're like Chris
in my head, I'm
Farley.
like, we're gonna.
It's fine.
Anywho,
I'm telling 5 stories and I gotta wrap them up. So I'm understanding the need to go back to like 80s and 90s. In my workshop, I talked about like 80s and 90s where there was like some technology, but like not a lot. You know what I mean? Just enough. And it wasn't really in the classroom.
you spelled boobs on the calculator.
Yes. That was like
was
the
the
biggest thing.
technology,
Yes, that
yeah.
was it. And it was fun. It was
Yeah,
fun
it
to
was
do that.
great.
And the teachers would be like, well, you can't use calculators in class because what are you going to have a calculator in your pocket in the future? Yeah. Yeah, we will. But who thought that?
Jokes on who now?
I know. It's like crazy. So I did this workshop today and I didn't want to make it like teacher coded because there's other people from other departments that don't teach. So I made it like for teachers and just like the practice at work or at home to kind of step back a little. Last night I went to bed, I did not go on my phone at all.
Good for you. I was asleep. So
I know.
Good for you though.
But I plugged it in, left it there. I watched a few episodes of Friends.
yeah.
And then I was like, I'm
How
going to go
was
to
that
bed.
to actually watch episode?
And paying attention. I paid attention to
Yeah.
and I keep catching jokes.
Fun, right?
I keep catching the jokes. I'm like, I've never.
So speaking of jokes, as I'm sitting here trying not to say anything,
Yep.
it's like that episode of Friends where Chandler can't tell the
Mhm,
jokes.
mhm.
And like I'm waiting for you to get to the end so I can do all the jokes.
Yep.
You know what? At the end where he's
Yep.
like, and blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah
save
blah
them
blah
up.
blah.
Save them up in here.
Oh, I forgot him already, but
And
it's fine.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you, God. So the thing is that, gave them a challenge at the end. I said, because I've been doing this last semester in class handouts. They put away their phones, they put away their computer.
Mhm.
We have a handout, and everybody reads like a portion of the handout.
Handout.
And then there's usually a little written exercise. So I give them like a minute or two, little brain drain, let them like just their own thoughts and creativity and critical thinking to answer questions. And then I ask a couple people to volunteer their answer. We have a conversation. We learn the lesson and then we apply it. And then the next class is group work and they love it. And no computer, no phones, nothing. They don't look anything up. It's just old school. And it reminds me of when I was in high school and we do group work or whatever we
Yeah.
were doing. It was very involved. And so one of the jokes is I brought in my certificate of junior year, senior year, which is like a big cutting of school when you're in high school. And I never did. And I got awards 2 years in a row for perfect attendance. Like I loved school, even though I got picked on and I don't know, like all sorts of drama was going on. I still loved to be there. And maybe I didn't learn anything, but I don't know. It was engaging. Like there was
You
always
learned the ways of
something.
life, Reese.
I really no, like honestly, there was always. It was so great for my ADHD at the time because you have like all these little moments of activity. You have
Yeah.
like 45 minutes in one class, 45 minutes in another, then gym, then lunch, then whatever it is. And it was such a great breakdown of the day. And the teachers were, and I'm not saying anything about teachers today as one of them, but I can't imagine K through 12, the kids, they're wearing the teachers out. Like it is,
Yeah.
we are struggling for our life to keep them engaged, interested. I went back to this just analog. Let's go back to the old school ways of engagement. And I've also been putting into practice, so I'm not a hypocrite, trying not to be on the phone, like watching a show, even though I didn't really do that tonight, but I was not on my phone all day today
Yeah.
during the professional day at the college. I actually put my phone down. I had my breakfast. I just was reading. They had these great little, the theme was Buffalo. I kept wanting to sing Buffalo Soldier,
That's
but it
what
was
immediate-
Buffalo
what was I
Stance,
thinking, yeah. Buffalo Stance.
like moving forward or something like that. They used the buffalo because they don't run away from.
Remember that song Buffalo Stance? Though?
Yeah, there was Buffalo Sugar.
Is that how it went?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know if
Nina
that's
Cherry,
true.
was it Nina
It
Cherry?
was.
And so
Nana.
Nana Cherry,
Nana
correct.
Cherry.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Nana. And so they
Why did I
had
know
these
that?
like on the screens. They had Buffalo trivia, and then they had Buffalo jokes. Like it was so cute. I would have never noticed that because I would have been on my phone. So I
Yeah.
sat at a table by
I just want
myself.
to say, my phone in the bedroom.
Very good. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. My phone is not because I was taking pictures.
You
So there are some exceptions I will make with my phone. I love taking pictures. I don't want to miss the moment.
Yeah.
That is like, but to be on it like that, like this,
Yeah.
like I'm not feeling well
Mm-hmm.
when it's been 3 hours later and I've lost all that time. And I'm just slowly chipping away at my attention span, which
Sure.
is already a mess.
Mhm.
So it was nice. I sat today, did a couple of things. I sat today, I had my breakfast, no phone. I just looked around. This lovely person that I've never met at the college before comes. Can I sit here? Absolutely. We were besties all day. 2 different departments, 2 different jobs. She does not teach. But she's like, I recognize your name because she's the one that like helps the students with accommodations, and she recognized my name. So I was like, amazing. And then it was time for lunch, and I left my phone, and the food line was like kind of big. They had a lot of people there today, which was very nice. And I stood on the line without a phone.
Good for you.
Have you ever done that?
In my life, yeah.
No.
Recently?
Yes.
Yeah, because I try not to.
Do you just stand there? You don't take your phone out?
Yeah, because I kind of so what's interesting is that's when the interesting things happen, because you take notice of things. I like to take notice of things.
I do too. But the phone is like a third appendage. It has
Right.
become so
It's
entrenched.
just a habit. It's
a
like
habit.
yeah.
It's-
I like
we're
the
addicted.
idea. I
It's
like
an
the
addiction.
idea of it of being without is better.
Yes. So I tried that. I've never done that before. I've never
Good for you.
got online
you do
for
it more. That's good.
anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to keep doing it because actually, I'm not going to say it was easy. At first, when I was standing there, I actually I didn't. I'm not being dramatic, but I started to feel like I might have a panic attack. I didn't want to get off the line because there were a million people in back of me,
Mhm.
and I
You
had
were
to
really
eat.
hungry.
I was because I was about to give the workshop right after that, and I hadn't eaten since like 7:00, and it was 7:30 in the morning, whatever it was. So I was like, okay. Luckily, one of my buddies, he was behind me, so he was like, I turn around and I'm like, what time is it? And he tells me, because I don't have my phone, I have no idea. I was also panicking because I was like, am I going to make it in time for my workshop? Because this line is so long, and it's like right after lunch, and I'm freaking out. And so he's like, you're fine, you're good. Because I told him I left my phone. He's like, you're good. He's like, you have plenty of time for your thing. It's going to be fine. I'm like, awesome. He's like, let me know if you need help carrying your stuff, because he was in my workshop. Let me know if you need help carrying anything over. I was like, thank you, Mike. You're the best. Okay. Then this one bops over. Hey, Reese. I'm like, oh my God. Like 3 or 4 people I hadn't seen in like the longest time. So I had little mini conversations.
Yeah.
I looked around. I was watching everybody watching everybody have conversations.
Yeah. It's
I didn't
awesome,
need to have
actually.
one.
Yeah.
I loved watching everybody else be so hyped up because, I mean, there was just so much great conversation happening all morning. And then once I got to where the windows were and I got to look outside, I'm like, the sun finally came out. Like, it was raining this morning. I don't know. I feel like a shithead saying this, but it was like nice not to be beholden to the phone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's crazy to
Yeah.
think in 2026, that is an issue that I have along with my students. And I'm trying to figure myself out so I can help figure them out.
Yeah.
But they've had it since they're babies.
But I'm telling you, I keep saying, and I was writing about it today, actually, that the AI piece of this is, right, we've talked about this idea of it's a whole bunch of the bad faster, right? Like it's the same, it's just everything's accelerated. And the only way that you can use AI and stand out is if you actually be more pointed and directive to it and involve yourself in the thinking,
and
not just
also
ask
check
it
it
to do the
after.
work. Well, of course,
People
this
are
is my
not
whole point.
proof.
Yeah.
They're not proofreading.
Yeah, so it's that, right? It's like be more specific with it, add your point of view and your stories because it can't make that up. But then also review it and change things that are not true
And
to you.
that has been the issue over the last year or two in higher ed and probably K through 12
Right.
as well, because they all have
Yeah.
access
So
to it.
because you start
but-
to notice, you recognize what it looks like when the AI has written it. And so, but this is the point, is that this is the only way. If it's not that you don't use it, because I used
Right.
it to create this thing, but it's the specificity of it that makes it unique, and the point of view, and the human pieces.
And the Pandora's box has already been
Yeah,
open.
yeah.
There's no going back.
But-
So either we adapt and try to find a balance, because I was going to say, you and I are, don't forget what you were going to say, but you will. You and I were very lucky. Write it down.
I am
You and I were very lucky to have lived
right.
in the middle of these generations.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Like
Yeah.
and I didn't even mention the 70s because I was very young and there was no computers really. Like there was mini computers. There was nothing really.
Well, not personal. computers, but
Exactly.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I didn't grow up with any type of computer as a child.
Mhm.
Like speak and spell. That was a computer to me. You know what I mean? And then we got to live
And yet
life
you can
without
still barely
being,
speak or spell.
we got to live life in a way that was so pure because there was no one was tracking us, the government, our parents,
yeah.
our parents, right? We got to have so many freedoms that I feel like we do not. I mean, we still have free will today, but it's connected to technology in such a profound way and is moving so fast into it being ingrained in everything.
Mhm.
Everything. It's going to be where someone mentioned today about Minority Report and I'm like, yep, soon.
And that's wild.
Soon.
But yeah, I mean, it could be. Well, so this.
Oh,
is
wait, let me tell you this fun fact.
Oh.
One of the speakers that I went to, they were talking about AI. They did this program for their courses. He works with they have a police, what would you say, on the campus? They train the police to, oh my gosh, it's a police academy at the campus.
Okay.
Okay. One of the guys who also does like IT and stuff for them was saying how they have been working on the body cam connected with AI. So when they pull someone over, the information is going
Right.
through the camera,
Sure.
going into the AI, and the AI starts the report
Yeah.
before the police officer
Yeah.
even speaks to the person
Mm-hmm.
that they pulled over.
That's pretty cool.
They're like running plates.
Mhm.
They're doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
But his thing was to be ethical when the officer reads the report after what the AI wrote, they have to go back and go through every single thing to
Sure,
make
of
sure
course, yeah.
there wasn't any misunderstandings
Yeah.
the fact that they even had that type of conversation, that they were like, yeah, ethically, like they're
Yeah.
supposed to, I was like, okay, that makes me feel good in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Look,
talking
again,
about
it
it
can
in
be- it can be
academics
good,
and
it's also can
yeah.
be bad.
So what
but
was
yeah.
the thing? I
I was
wrote
going
down?
to say that I think we're in line for, I'm going to say within the next 5 years, there's going to be a big event. And like a lot of time you talk about it, like the bubble bursting and things like that. Like I think we're going to have a bubble burst moment with like AI for sure. But part of this is going to drive, again, I think it's going to be a positive thing. Although it may feel there will be negative ramifications, but I feel like it will ultimately be a positive thing. And I think that positive thing is already starting to happen where everybody's trying to be offline, trying
Yeah.
to be,
It's a renaissance.
it's
There's always some sort of
There's going to be a
renaissance
thing that brings, this is going to
in
end up
life.
being a thing that brings people together, and experience is going to be a even bigger component than it has been in the recent years.
When I was kind of freaking out about this stuff, because I always worry about my job to be replaced as a teacher. You know what I mean? Like I worry about that all the time. And you had said to me one time that there's always been new technology that takes something else out,
Mhm.
and we've always moved forward.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this little blip of, oh my gosh, and everybody panics and people do suffer.
Yeah. But that's just,
But then we
life.
come out the other end.
Yeah. That's just life.
And I really never thought of it that way. I always thought I'm in my head, I'm right
Yeah.
here, I'm present, and I'm thinking, this is it. This is
Mm-hmm.
major technology that is going to change everything that I don't know enough about. So that makes me
Scared.
skeptical and scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I have to
Well,
say.
there you go.
But I do love the idea of the analog shit. I brought my tape player. They thought that that was amazing. And I was like, this is an actual mixtape, which I got from Sharon.
Oh, nice.
She had some mixtapes, and
Nice.
one was like Sharon's mixtape, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I
You
finally
have any
get to
bangers
use
on
this.
there?
There was some bangers on there. They were enjoying it immensely. And then I just got my first review. So I did a mixture of technology and analog. And one of the things I did was use a QR code that they scanned. And I told them, email me, give me feedback, or help me continue the conversation, and let me know what you think. And someone actually sent me an email and said how much they enjoyed it.
Good.
She also said that she's an only child, because I talk a little bit about
Yeah.
my background. And she's like, and I told her I was an entrepreneur. I showed them the little flyers I used to make about making
Yeah.
clubs. I had a Pink Ladies Club
Yep.
and the Michael Jackson Club.
Yep.
And I told her, like, I used to, and so that's why she's like, we should have a only child's club, which
Oh,
I think we should unite, because we're, we're
kinda defeats
weirdos.
the
We're just
purpose.
weird, and it's
Bunch of people
fine, and it's
vying
good.
for attention.
Yeah. But anyway, so the
So-
thing I love right now is that we're having a conversation, which is very analog, face to face,
Mhm.
having
I've got a pen.
a pen, right? Paper, but you used, and I did admit to them the handouts that I gave them. I was like, yeah, I used AI,
of course.
but everything that's on that paper came from my brain.
Yeah.
And the AI was able to make it. That's the thing. It gets me. I just ramble a thing into the ChatGPT, and then I was like, can you make this make sense?
Yeah.
Polish it up, make it like a handout, and make room for students to
Mhm.
write things down of what they think about certain topics that I said. 5 seconds later, brilliant. I print it out because I need to look at it. I don't want to look through the screen. I actually need to like have a hard copy so I can make notes.
Mhm.
I make sure everything is the way I want it to be. And then I use it. I saved, if I had to type something like this myself, it would take me 2 hours to do it.
Yeah.
I have a crazy Frankenstein idea in my head. I tell it to do the thing, and it fucking does it.
I
And
know.
I'm done in 2 seconds. And then I can go back to napping.
Yep. There it is.
Who's better than me?
Not many
Maybe
people.
it's using all the water. Please don't start with it's using up all the water. They're going to figure it out. And if you're saying that while you let the water run while you're brushing your teeth, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Anywho,
I'm fine.
here's what we're doing.
What are we doing? What are we
30
doing?
minutes later. Jesus
Let's
Christ.
go. I
30
know.
minutes later.
I know. I can tell a story.
So, so here's what we're doing. We're last time we're kind of revisiting some earlier episodes. And again, appropriately, we've used ChatGPT, Kathy specifically, to kind of reimagine what these episodes could be like for where we are today. And if we kind of pushed it a little bit. So we're kind of going back to our second episode, which was our love episode when we started this podcast, Life, Love, and Uncertainty, which we've changed a little bit here these days. But it's kind of some questions around that idea. And so my first question for you, Reese, is this. What part of our relationship would have scared early version of us most?
So I read that question.
And I saw that question. And now I'm going to speak and spell that question for you.
Speak and spell. No, the thing is that it's so funny because from the day we met, it was controversial. And then dating was drama because right when we decided we're good, we like each other, my father gets sick.
Yeah.
And I go through this whole traumatic experience. And you were there through the whole entire thing and stayed, even though I don't know, like most people would be like, this is very intense. And we had only been together for like 2 or 3 months before things went
Yeah.
crazy. And then we decided, okay, we're committed. And you had to deal with the aftermath of losing my father and like how whacked out my mother and my grandmother were and how stressed out. And it was it was fun at first.
Yeah.
And then it was like a series of unfortunate events.
Well, I think, right, we had a whole bunch of things that I think, actually, I'm curious. So I feel like I had a lot of things that were scary from like our relationship because like we were in your hood
Yeah.
and there was your family.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a lot of that on my side because obviously like I wasn't from there.
Mm.
And so I had to deal with a lot of like, again, what happened with your dad, your mother,
Then dealing with
right,
my mom.
your family,
Yep.
all of that kind of stuff. And just that.
Yeah.
And again, I say deal with, like, you know what I mean though.
No, but you did.
and
It was
so-
difficult. That should not have been that hard.
And so that's what she said.
Thank
Hey,
you.
There you go.
I appreciate you.
I know your brain was
Yeah.
itching. Yeah, right. Like, and so, but to me, again, like I had already decided that like this was
Right.
good, right?
But most
And so
people would
these were
bail
things-
on that
Well,
or
that's what I'm
take
saying.
a
Like,
step back.
so we got a lot
or-
of that like scary stuff. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
early on that I
Early
don't think we
on,
would have.
It was like that and that and that. And then we go and we do this, we have this grandiose proposal
Mhm,
and
mhm.
this very short engagement period. And then we go and elope
Yeah.
knowing what was going to happen,
Well,
which set off my mom even more.
Yeah,
and
that-
I don't blame her, actually.
that didn't bother me at all, but
It
yeah.
bothered me. It was,
I
it was
had
a
my
lot.
own reasons. Yeah.
It was a lot, but I'm glad we did what we did.
Yeah,
'cause
me
that
too.
Would not
Listen,
have,
I can't think of anything. Like, I don't regret any of the decisions we ever made.
if my
with
dad
anything
was
that we
still
did.
around, big wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, something. We would have done something and it would have been great.
Mm.
But since he wasn't there, there was no buffer. So it was going to be what it was going to be. Anyway,
Yeah.
well, from that to then, dealing with like a month or two later, finding out I'm pregnant
Mm-hmm.
and they have to come out early? Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Give
I guess
us
that's
a
true, too.
break.
Yeah.
Give 2 months
Yeah.
early. Give us a break. Let us just enjoy something
Yeah.
before some catastrophic thing happens.
Yeah.
And then they have to be in the hospital for 2 months.
Yeah.
I have major abdominal surgery with the C-section. So it was like, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then like they come home and then we go to pick them up. The night we go to pick them, we saw them every night. They were in the NICU. Never missed a night. The night we go to pick them up, my tire blows out on the car.
I know. Yeah.
It's
We've
always
dealt with a lot of stuff,
something.
actually.
So
yeah,
this
when you really think about
question
that.
really, I cannot think of anything because so many scary
Okay.
things
So
happened.
let me flip this question a little
Okay.
bit, because here's how I'm kind of thinking about it in terms of like, okay, if we were to answer this now, it's like, it's actually what part of a relationship scares us most in the current version of us almost, right? Like, and I feel like for me, I just wrote like kind of the stuff we started talking about earlier with like the doctor stuff, right? It's really, now it's really all about,
One of us could die.
well, one of us is going to die. Both of us are going to die.
I'm saying I hope
But
it
what
goes
I'm
at the same time because I can't.
Well,
can't.
Me too, actually. Let's take a moment to
can't.
stop there. But the scariest thing right now is future health.
I know.
I'm hoping we get, because we've been, look, really good in terms of health for the most part.
Right.
Like that. Yeah, I'm with you. I hope we wake up dead. Man.
That's what I'm saying. Boom, gone. Both at the same. That's happened.
Yeah.
That's happened.
Yeah.
So, put it out in the universe so that we go, boom, and then the girls don't have to deal with one right after another.
Yeah.
Boom, at the
Like,
same time.
whatever.
And these bitches will throw like the best party.
But
They're going to make it amazing.
I actually hope, because I think we've been pretty good with this. Like what was it? Like change is inevitable. I think death is inevitable, right? Like all these things that like we're so scared and don't want to talk about. Like I want to talk about those things. So
Yeah.
when they happen, like, yeah, there's sad moments. You're going to miss people.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like it's going to happen. So fucking don't ruin your life about it. Accept that it's going to happen and prepare.
And you're not going to know.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I always said, I don't want a sad sack event. I want play all my favorite songs, go have a party, get drunk. I hope someone pukes, tell some funny stories about me, put up the worst pictures that I've ever taken. Don't ever put one pretty one. And then all the other ones
That's
are
going
like,
to be hard to narrow that down.
I
there.
know there's so many. All right, let's do the other. Or is there anything you wanted to answer for the first one?
I did. I just.
All right, so let's do the second one. I'm moving us along. It's a new thing I'm trying.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
Good. You're real good at it.
Yeah.
Smooth
30,
transitions.
37 minutes.
All right.
TikTok.
When are we the worst versions of ourselves with each other, and what do we do about it?
Yeah. We're probably going to both say the same thing, but I want to give a little preface with sometimes when things are going on with ourselves,
Yeah.
we both have a tendency to overreact about something very small.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's something, like if I'm stressed out about something and I don't talk about it, or something's going on, or I'm upset about whatever, and I don't talk about it and I push it down, I will get agitated or mad at something
Mm-hmm.
with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never what the thing is that I,
Well, it's
Was
never what
mad
the
at.
thing is. So it's funny. So we can talk about this.
and we both do it.
Yeah, we both do. And I think what's the worst version of ourselves is when we let our tempers get the best of us.
We
because
both have very bad tempers.
have very volatile tempers, which is interesting because you wouldn't necessarily think
And-
it if you didn't like know us
And
intimately.
they're for two different reasons why we're like that. We have
Yes.
two different
Completely.
upbringings.
Completely. But I think what's interesting is that
But we know it exists.
we know that of each other.
And we've both done crazy shit. And I think we both know that there is a line that we don't cross with each other. And we have to learn to decompress ourselves
Right.
before it goes further. I
it's-
think we've learned to be like, oh, I feel this way. I think we've gotten better
Well-
with it, not diagnosing it, but
Noticing it.
noticing it,
recognizing
and
knowing-
recognizing it.
Yeah, and getting ourselves to
Yes.
calm down in the
Yes.
situation. But I was going to say, let's see, I had it and then I lost it again. God damn, getting
Sorry,
old.
I know, I hate it. And
It had something to do with, I'm going to
You get it.
I'll
You
cut this
can
out.
get it. I
I'm
believe
gonna-
in you.
Just give me a minute. It was with the temper and then this is ridiculous.
I know, I hate it. No, you should
Because I
leave this.
lost it and I was meandering a little bit and then you started to talk, but
I
then I
know.
got it and then I lost it.
But
when it
I
was my
just
turn to
told you
talk
that
again.
was my conversation with Miranda yesterday. We were like, bam, bam, bam with 20 different topics. And then we'd be like, okay, having this conversation. And then she would be like, oh yeah. And then say something. And she's like, I'm sorry, you go. And I'm like, what the hell was I even?
Go to hell.
What was I
don't know.
even talking about? But
Yeah.
she just said something that was connected to what I was saying, but I still couldn't remember what I
Yeah.
was talking about.
Yeah.
I hate that. It also freaks me out because I'm like, it's me, it's my brain. I'm old. Something's happening. But it's also, it's like I think part of it is that we just always have something going on. And that also, and social media and being on the phone, it's chipping away at the muscle memory that we used to have. Quick example. I told the class today, or the workshop, I don't know your phone number. I don't know Johnny or Emily's phone number.
Mhm.
I don't know Miranda's phone number. I don't know Ruth Ann's phone number. These are people that I call
Yeah.
my cousin Sherry. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody's phone number.
I know your phone number.
Yeah, because I've had it for so long.
Yeah, but you should know my phone number.
But you also would have to dial my phone number in with one of the early phones that we had before it was like on. You'd be like boop beep doop boop doop boop doop, like on the chocolate phone. Remember
yeah, but that was still, you still had memory dial.
But I'm saying yes, but also like sometimes you just boop boop boop. You would call me from work. Know what I mean? Like
I guess
you
so.
had to dial the number at
Yeah.
some point, so you have muscle memory. Your number and the girl's number, that was immediate because you didn't have a phone till like later on. So it's like there's muscle memory. Anyway, don't get me started on this again because it's making me.
I don't even know where you're going. So.
I don't know where I'm going. Sometimes I'm like Michael Scott.
This is-
Sometimes I'll start a story
And this
I'm just hoping I'll
is
find
what
it
happens when you're
on the way
midlife
Yeah.
aged like
Yeah.
we are.
and having this drink.
So I can't remember what the hell I was going to say, but it was something about this idea. But
I know, but
basically,
maybe
we're
it'll
our
come
worst
back.
when we let our tempers get the best of us.
yes.
And that's oftentimes because there's a mismatch of energies,
Mm,
and we're definitely in those different places,
yeah.
right? Where you're in this place and
Mm.
like I'm overtired, and then like we can't handle each other's energy at that particular moment, right?
Yeah.
And that's what usually
And most of the time, we're on the same page.
Yeah. But
Which is
sometimes it's
so
just not
funny.
it's not the right time for the
It's
thing
always
to be
this.
happening.
It's always this. Don't be mad.
No.
This is how it goes in my brain. I love Dave. I love Dave. Oh, I love Dave. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're going to make it. It's good. What the fuck? This fucking guy.
Mhm.
And I get, so I'm like, that's it. It's done. I need a break. I can't handle it. Oh,
Mhm.
I love Dave. He's
Mhm.
so good.
Yeah.
We had a little fight the other night.
Well, so this is what I
And
was
I
going to
think it
give
was
me-
like energies.
Let's go. It was that.
energies.
Well, so the third, right? What do we actually do when communication breaks down, and not what we say we do? And I was going to say what we actually do is, I mean, we fight.
Yep.
One,
Yep.
and we're mad.
Yep.
And this is what happened the other night. We got into an argument about so here's what's funny. I wrote
It
down.
doesn't matter. We don't need to talk
no,
about
we don't
it.
need to talk about it. But we take a break, and we calm down.
Yeah.
And then oftentimes that involves even forgetting why we were fighting.
And then we make dark humor jokes.
We make dark humor jokes, and then we apologize.
Yeah.
And so I have to say, you got me good though. So we got into this fight the other night, and again,
Honestly,
doesn't matter what it was for, but we were
pat
like
myself
just
on the
pissed at
back
each
because
other.
that was really good. No,
And
well,
then
I was
what's-
having an issue with technology. I asked Dave for help. He gave me Tude. Then he matched his energy with my energy. And then we were like, and then I was like, forget I don't need your help. And you're like, fuck you. And then we were done for the night and we go to bed. And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah. So we
And
went
then
to
the
bed.
next morning, Dave can always wake up and be refreshed and
Oh.
act like nothing has happened. Not like nothing has
No, I
happened,
know.
but be kinder than I would be. I shut down. I'm
Yeah.
like, nope, I'm still mad. And you'll be like, no, I'm good. I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
I'm like, absolutely not. So the whole day, You sent me reels
I
and a
went
text
to-
message and a thing.
I had to go to work that day, so I actually went into the office, and so I wasn't here. We weren't in the same space, and so I had to leave early. And yeah, so I get to work, and I was doing the usual. Hey, I made it to the office.
Nothing.
Hope you have a great day. Yeah, I don't
Nothing.
hear from you all day.
I was like, no, I'm not answering
Yeah.
any of
Yeah,
that.
mad.
Because I was still mad
Yep.
and stewing.
Stewing. That's the word. You were stewing.
I was stewing. And so I spent the day with Johnny. I spent the day with my daughter,
which is good.
which was lovely. And at one point, I had said to her something. We were talking. She heard the door slam, and I was like, "Yeah, that was me." She heard like here's the thing that I appreciate about us a lot
Mm-hmm.
is that they have heard us fight.
Yeah.
They know that we fight,
Yeah.
but they also see us come back together.
But they
and
know
be,
but also see us, right? Like,
Right.
so like, yeah, I'm not a big believer
I saw
in,
my parents fight once.
so I'm not a big believer in just general.
Don't
Here-
hide the
Here's
shit.
my parenting tip. Like, don't try to isolate kids from stuff because they have to learn how to deal with this stuff. And I think our being open about what life is.
Yeah.
And the fact that, yeah, we fight,
Yeah.
but we also talk to them about,
Yeah.
like, yeah, people fight. And
Yeah.
you got to figure out, if you love that person, you figure out how to make it work. And then you know when to do that stuff.
Right.
And I think that's the key, because so many people try to keep people from things.
Right.
And hide things from people.
Right.
And your family was huge with this.
Oh my God.
And
That's
so you don't have any skills how to deal with something.
That is a big thing that when I said, if I ever have kids, I want to be transparent. I want to
Yeah.
I want to have a relationship where we can talk.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't want to have to hide things, because my parents did that all the time. And listen, I get it. I'm very empathetic. My emotions are everywhere, and I feel them all at once. And I could be very intense in the way that I process stuff. And so my parents could not handle that. And also they were like that. So that's where I get it from. My relationship now with the girls, I had a Emily day. I had a
Yeah.
Johnny day.
I love it.
Emily day, we were like, like we I can't even. The conversation goes, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it. But then we talk very honestly with each other with respect. I know
Yes.
there's stuff that they don't divulge,
Of
and
course.
vice versa.
Exactly.
There's a respect
It's-
level of whatever.
You have your
But
own. It's not that like we're
I talk about
have no privacy or,
I know,
or boundaries.
But I talk about our relationship
Yeah.
with them. So I'm with Johnny, and I'm like, yeah, your father and I had a fight. And I was like, I did slam the door, but as I was walking past, I realized all of you were home and Liam is there. And I was like mumbling to myself, mad, into the kitchen, shoving crackers in my mouth because I was like stress eating crackers because I was so mad.
Yeah.
And I told her, it was like, I was feeling one way, you were feeling another way. We just clashed. And I was like, I just need to let the day go by and then we'll see what happens. And she's like, Mom, you can't leave home. You can't go to bed angry, and you can't leave home angry. You know every story. Someone dies
Yeah.
and they left and I was like, I know. And I think I told you that. And I know.
That's funny. Yeah.
I don't like to go to bed angry, but sometimes it's like,
Yeah.
it's not going to get
sometimes,
resolved.
yeah, and you're not ready to resolve it. And so
No.
you got to go to bed angry.
But I know at some
what you're saying,
point,
yeah.
and you know at some point,
Yeah, we'll come back
we're gonna-
around. So,
So I come home. You're still at work. I think I had rehearsal.
You had rehearsal.
So Johnny leaves and goes with
she
her
went
boyfriend.
back to school.
Wow, that's
I know,
done.
back down. I know. Wow.
Yeah, I know. She left to go
She
be with
left.
her boyfriend. I went to rehearsal. I come home from rehearsal. You brought me these beautiful flowers, and there was a card.
Yep.
So I take a picture. I send it to Johnny,
Oh,
and
you
Johnny
did.
goes, "Oh my fucking God. Well, OMFG.
Yeah.
And she's like, what does the card say? And I sent it to her, and she's like, I don't get it, because I didn't tell her what we fought about.
Right. So we fought about. Let me tell you. So it
But
had
I
something to
explained
do with
it the next
Yeah,
day,
so
and she was like,
essentially
that's really funny.
It was a technology question that you were having issues with. And I was like, it's actually just a simple fix. Let me show you. And I was trying to show you. And you were not in a mood where you wanted, you were more pissed that you had to do something than wanting to hear how to solve it.
Yeah.
From my perspective.
And you were trying to
from my
solve
perspective. And
when
I was just
wanted a vent.
and I was like, and it was funny because I was trying to give you I'm like, do you want to just vent? But I was like, you're spending all this time venting where it's literally just 2 seconds. You could just do this. And so,
well,
again, we
but
were mismatched.
this is
I don't want to
how
get into a
you-
fight
I
now.
know. But this is
But-
how you see that you were. You were just
Right.
like, oh, it's not that hard. No, you were like Napoleon Dynamite, like
because you wouldn't stop giving attitude about it. And it was
Because
like,
I was
let- just-
upset. It
I
wasn't
know,
attitude.
I know.
Anyway, we're gonna fight.
Right, I know. So
we don't need to rehash it. But
so anyway, the
have-
whole thing was like you had to format a file a certain way, the
Right.
name of the file a certain way,
and it
so,
was like underscore.
So in my witty charm, I was like, I'm going to apologize, but I wrote it in the format with which you had to save the file.
And how the fuck do I get mad at that? Because that is my sense of humor.
Right.
And he played the player
Right.
like the
And I
bitch
was like,
he is.
and I was like, I put him down on the counter and I went to bed like, I'm
but
funny.
then
And then
I got you good, bitch.
so I know when you come home because
So good.
because like I get like a thing like the garage is open.
We all
or
follow
whatever.
each other and the ring
right,
goes
and
off.
the I get a bonus garage door opener
Oh,
thing.
look at you.
And so I'm like, oh, she's home. So I'm laying in bed, and then like I can kind of you faintly hear you like slapping around. I'm like, okay, wait for
Slapping around.
it, slapping around.
It's true. I'm very loud though.
Crunching on something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait for it. And then the text comes through, and it's the picture of I think it was the flowers, right?
Yeah.
And was it the card?
No, I opened the card and I
Yeah.
took a picture with
Okay.
it all together.
Yeah. And then you were like, what'd you say? You were like, why is everything so fucking funny
No,
to you?
no,
Or why
I
is
said-
everything a joke to you? Or
Nope.
something like
I
that?
said, what is everything? A fucking joke to
yeah,
you?
yeah. And I was like,
And
oh.
no LOL, no
Nope.
emojis, nothing.
And I was like,
Now, this is after
Now,
I
keep in mind-
laughed at that for like 5 minutes. I was like, yo, that's
I was like,
funny.
And I'm like, because already I'm like, I mean, we've been down this path before, and I'm like, no, that was, and I'm like sitting there in the bed going, no, that was pretty fucking funny. I'm like, really? She's mad at this? And I'm like, I don't know.
I
don't
am
know.
amazing.
I don't know how to respond. And I was like, all right, do I get up?
You can't mess with me.
I was just at the point where I was like, all right, I got to get up and go out there and be like, hey.
So I write this
Yeah.
and I'm like, you're so funny. You're so funny. Like, you're really good. He's going to think it's funny. I go to do something else. And as I'm doing it, all of a sudden I went, he might not know that I was joking.
yeah.
And that's not good. So I was like, shit. All right. It might have been like a minute. But that's a
it
long
felt like
time.
an eternity.
I know, it's like a long time. So I go back to my phone. I was like, JK, whoop.
Yeah. And then you
Oh.
were like, I love them. They're beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah.
You're right.
I was like, okay.
And whoop.
I was like, okay. I'm like, I didn't completely lose it because I was like, that
But
was
it was
fucking
so
funny.
validating.
That was
It was
so
so
funny.
validating
Yeah.
when I went into the room and
Yeah.
and you said that
Yeah.
you weren't sure if that was
Yeah. I was like,
it was
oh my God. Because I
validating.
was like, that's funny.
both of
I was
us.
very proud of myself.
Both of us though.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
I
it was tit for
worried.
tat.
Oh.
It was good. All right.
All right.
Next one.
Oh, all right. Well, so surprise question. You don't know what this is going to be?
Supplies.
All right. So this is probably bad for asking this
Oh,
question,
great.
but because I feel like this is going to be like all the time. When do you feel like I'm not really listening,
All the time.
even when I think I am?
All the time.
All the time. Yeah.
So that fight also stemmed from me being angry. Oh, I'm gonna bring it back full circle. You
Ooh,
ready
I'm
for
ready. Yeah.
my
Let's-
specialty?
Oh, let's see.
I was harboring and like stewing from a conversation we had
Something I don't know about. Yeah.
like a night or two before that, where I was telling you about my presentation that I was giving today.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, can I run this by you? And you were like this. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm like,
For those of you
bam,
not
bam,
watching, she's
bam,
looking at her
bam,
phone.
bam, bam, bam.
Yep.
Like I'm going through the whole thing.
Yep.
And it was still like in the, this is the idea I have. I was like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't, and I needed feedback on like structure and
Mhm.
like, and do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So all this, I was like, how was it?
Yeah.
And you were like, it was good. And you had this meh
Well,
attitude.
so
And so, wait.
I know.
And so I was like, give me feedback.
Yeah.
Give me feedback. You're not going to hurt my feelings.
No,
I
I
need to
know.
know, does
I know.
this make sense? So you're like, okay, I need to know, what are you trying to get people to walk away with? And I'm like, what do you mean? And you're like, well, what is the point of this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said that at the last thing that I said to you before I said, what do you think? Was I wanted people to, like, we're going to have like a quick, like, we do all these exercises, whatever. Then I ask everybody, like, okay, tell me how you will use this analog thinking in work or home
Yeah.
or teaching, and give me some examples of some things that we did.
Mhm.
And can you use the tools that I just gave you? And so you go, you didn't say that. And I was like, no, I absolutely said this and this. You're like, no, you didn't say that. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
said that. And I was like, okay. And then I said what I said, and you were like, oh, wait, maybe you did. So that bothered me because I felt like
Yeah.
what I've been trying to do for the last, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, month is when someone is talking to me, I take my phone and I put it
Yeah.
down and I just
Yep.
listen. I do
Yep.
it with the girls. I've
Yep.
done it with you.
Yep. I
But
get
you had your phone out and
Yeah.
you were just boop, 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 boop
So-
through the phone. And I'm like,
so
you're not really listening.
no, you're right.
And I suppressed it
Y-
and I
listen,
didn't bring it up.
I'll give you you're absolutely right. And that was a timing issue. Like I wasn't ready for what you were ready to give and I wasn't ready to receive. And also
But you're really good at telling me, like, give me a second.
yeah, but sometimes it
And
right?
I'm always
Yeah.
like, I will acquiesce because I know sometimes you're doing work and
Yeah.
I'm like a
Yeah.
chihuahua. I'm like, beep, 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 like I
Yeah.
want to tell you.
yeah.
And you're really good
Yeah.
at telling me, like,
So I apologize for that.
Give me a
I'll
second.
apologize for that too
but it's
because
not,
you're right.
it's my
I
fault.
wasn't
I should have said something.
But I
should have
also
said
felt
something.
like I sometimes too, I feel like, and I think, again, this is my fault because I was jumping to conclusions in my head too. Like, one, I wasn't in the place for that at that particular moment in time. And also, two, I was like, I don't know if you're ready for feedback yet. Meaning,
I wouldn't ask for
No,
it
no.
if I wasn't.
I meant
I
like
need it.
I meant like I feel like you may have had, and again, this is me talking to myself, and so me again adding narrative to it that isn't there. But I was like, you may have been ready, but I was thinking you weren't ready yet.
But just ask
You
me.
know what I'm saying?
Because
Yeah.
I will tell you honestly, like, no, just let me just
Yeah.
say stuff. And then maybe tomorrow think
Yeah.
about it. And then tomorrow give me your
Yeah.
analysis of whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that is a thing that you and I have gotten good at. And
Yeah.
we're still working on the process of registering like where we are.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like you match my energy and I need
Yeah.
you to not do that.
But sometimes it's hard not to do.
I know.
This is where we both are good at or bad at, depending on how you look at it.
No, good.
But we
There's
match
nothing bad.
we both match energies.
But we're recognizing it.
Yes.
It's bad if we
if
don't.
we don't and we just let it be the thing.
It is what it is
And
when
so-
we know,
Yeah.
okay.
So sometimes we can navigate it and sometimes we can't because of we're in a more raw state, I think, right? End of the day,
But
tired.
look where we
Yeah.
are right now so that we work
You
it
look.
out. No, you are.
All right, what's your question?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, good.
I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna give you an example.
Oh, okay.
What is one thing that I don't do or want to do that you wish I did? Don't go where your brain is going. An example.
It's not
is-
sexual.
Yes.
That's not where I was going.
Yep. No, not at all, because you just said it. Example, play video games with you or something like that.
Oh,
Or like a game
you
that
want,
I don't like to play.
You want something like stupid? Like that,
anything,
or
anything,
or
like something
something, like,
silly or
meaningful?
something meaningful. Whatever you feel. The first thing that pops into
Well,
you. We don't have to get deep.
No, we won't get
be
deep,
si-
and we don't
it
have
could
to
be
get
silly.
too.
Yeah.
But I was just bringing it up because it was fresh in my mind. I wish you budgeted more with money. We're more pointed with money. Again, this is not anything that, like, I know these are the opposite pieces that we have with each other, but I wish sometimes that you were just a little bit more. You're like, I don't know what's going to happen, and so I need money, and so I don't want to have any money. Other versus, all right, I know I need to do these things, so I'm going to
Yes.
budget it.
Yes.
And
So
then this
my
is what I have.
budgeting is I know that I have to keep $250 aside for the bank.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the I
whatever.
don't like it. No one
Yeah,
likes it.
yeah.
Okay. Then whatever I contribute to whatever you want to take out. But there are things in my life. YOLO. I'm 52. I want to do what I want to do
Yeah.
within
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty good. I'm not like abundant. I think I'm like, oh, I have an abundance of wealth. I'm just going to do whatever.
Neither of us are
But
crazy.
when I go out with my friends, I have stuff going on. Like my paycheck right now, like being a teacher, when you're an adjunct, you get what you get and you don't get upset.
Mhm.
Some semesters I get 5 classes, some I get 2, some I get 3, some I get 10. I don't know when it's going to happen. Everything is sporadic. And then all of a sudden, sometimes all these opportunities come at me, and like sometimes I don't want to do them, but like sometimes I want to do them, and I
Yeah.
want to have money to do them. I want to buy the shoes. I want to buy the experience. I want to go out with the girls and pay for them, because right now they're paying a lot on their own, which I never did at their age. Like my parents were still paying for like a lot of stuff. They work and they pay on their own. And I love that so
Yeah.
much.
That's what we want
And they
them to
do
do.
that for me. They pay for me. Like they'll
Yeah.
like, oh, well, you know, whatever. But I sometimes try to be honest with you and say like, hey, this semester or up until this time, let me just have this funny money and let me do what I need to do and have a good time and take care of other budgetary things. I take 1 trillion vitamins since we don't have a doctor and I can't take care of myself. So I have to make sure like vitamins and my skincare, like the things that I do to take care of myself. I'm not doing plastic surgery and getting whatever.
You can do
like
what
the
you
things
want.
I buy,
Yeah.
but per month I need to like do what I need to do, and sometimes it changes, and I can't give you what you want as far as consistency like that. You're type A, I'm type B,
I know.
and the fact that we even work at all is
Yeah.
mind
So
blowing.
That's I'm not.
I
Again,
know,
I'm not trying
but
to get
I
into a
get
think
what
about
you
it.
get.
But I'm
I
just
get
saying.
you being frustrated because I understand the way that you are, but I just meet me a little bit
Listen.
halfway and just be like, I like when Reese is happy and she's doing it.
Listen,
but I
I'm not-
also
don't-
can
let's-
say like I don't need certain things.
No, I don't want you to say you don't need anything. All I want you to say is
Yeah,
I
but there's some
know-
things I don't need.
whatever. It's fine. Look, we both have our
It's
things.
excessive.
Again, I'm not mad at that, and
Yeah.
I'm not even mad at anything in this.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if there was anything, I wish that so
I
that
know.
you could say.
And
well,
you want to know
here,
what? I'll
because
give you. I can be better.
We both.
I can
we
be
both
better.
do this. It's not I'm.
I can be better. I will put it to the fact that I'm a theater major and I'm dumb at math. Good enough? No?
Dum,
Okay,
dum,
great.
dum, dum.
Also, I love you.
I love you
Okay,
too.
ready for my question? No, we did it.
You
We're
just-
done. Oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah,
we're done.
Ask it again.
I have to go to bed. It is
Listen, friends.
9:04.
Yes,
I'm exhausted.
It is time. You've had a long day.
I did.
And it's
I
been
did.
a long
I'm
week.
getting,
Every
like,
week is a long
I'm
week now.
getting
So here's what I'm going to
goofy.
say. I'm going to wait for the camera to come back to me. I'm just going to do this. Listen, friends, Life is a group project.
Someone likes attention.
Be kind to each other.
I love you though.
We got the right stuff. We put the hammer right down. Wanna be like us.